It's again on and off.
Let everybody in. It's okay. लोग अच्छा मैं नहीं
Good morning, everyone. The session which could not take place on 16th of this month for the resume writing workshop. So sir has sent us a video, and along with it is the PDF about all the details that he is going to mention in his talk. The PDF will be shared with you at a later stage. So we request all of you to be here and understand all the details which he wishes to share. This will help you in preparing your own resumes for your upcoming internships and further for your job placements if you need them. So we'll be beginning in a few minutes. Let's give it 2-3 minutes for the others to join, and then we can start.
Naman sir, the volume could be increased.
Basically for those who are professionals, in which they include detailed information about their work history, and this is the reason that the length of the document is variable depending on the work experience. On the other hand, resume in the simplest form, it is summary of your background that present a concise picture of your skills. This is the reason it should be of one page. CV stands for curriculum vitae, which is basically for those who are professional, in which they include detailed information about their work history. And this is the reason that the length of the document is variable depending on the work experience. On the other hand, resume in the simplest form, it is a summary of your background that present a concise picture of your skills. This is the reason it should be of one page. However, you can include 2 pages, but ideally it should be of one page. Resume advertises your skills and gives an idea of your purpose of employment. Not only that, a resume is also important in seeking admission in universities. Well, you all are freshers who are definitely seeking employment or admit in a university. First, let's be clear with it that your resume is to get you an interview, not a job. Why I am saying this? Because not only you, there will be thousands of candidates who would be applying for the same job. Here, a hiring manager or a academic counselor will hardly spend 20 seconds on your resume, and that's all the time you have to make an impression. So essentially, it's an advertisement which could of several types that we will cover later on in this session. But for now, the basic idea of resume is creating a personal advertisement for which there are no rules. You can advertise yourself any way you want. But there's definitely a structure that you have to follow, which should resonate with the employer. Resonating with the employer means that it should match the requirement of the recruiter. Now we will go to the understanding the resume basics. Now before we move ahead with the basic understanding of resume, I would want all of you to evaluate yourself honestly regarding your experience in career, because all this is going to affect the way you organize your thoughts and write a resume. So the basic question is, are you satisfied with your current career path? Why are you looking for an opportunity in a specific company? Where to expand your knowledge and skill of a position? If you are looking forward to expand your knowledge, and then what you have done up till now to get the job. Supposedly you are looking to make your career in marketing, that what you have done to increase the sales or brand promotion in your capacity. So what your top selling points, and what's your critical issue you have faced in your internship or training tenure, because the hiring manager would be interested in knowing your approach to any problem. I hope you are now aware of the idea of this workshop, that I am genuinely interested in teaching you the basics. So let's begin with the basic component of writing a resume. see in this section, what is the employer looking for? First, a header. Header should consist of your identity and to contact you. So your mail ID, contact number, postal address should be clear. Objective. See, the objective of the company is looking for the marketing executive, and your objective is to become a financial analyst. So both the objective are not matching. So the objective of the recruiter and your objective should match. Then second, education, minimum education qualification which is required. Then practical experience, to see if you have done anything that reflect your potential capability. Practical experience, your accomplishment, your training play a very crucial role. So this accomplishment should be mentioned. Your training related practical projects should be inculcated in this section of the resume. Now skills that requires to, suppose if we are applying for a business analytics and you have done some courses in data mining or business analytics, so mention that skill in this part of resume. Then me on the web, your online presence on LinkedIn, your presence on other professional social media platforms, your interests, your hobbies in others. If you have done something extra, if you have done something extracurricular activities. So after knowing the basic components of resume, let's understand different type of resume. So we will start with the different type of resume or resume layouts. So please focus on here. See, there are 4 types of resume format. First is reverse chronological, second is functional, third is combination, and fourth is targeted. So we will start with the reverse chronological resume. The reverse chronological resume, as its name implies, your entire work history is presented in reverse chronological order, which start with the current position and end with the earliest position you started. This is the most basic structure which is preferred by the employer and the candidates. It is best suited for those who never have any gaps in their career and work steadily in the same industry. For example, Joan Day. Joan Day has mentioned that she is currently working as a digital marketing manager with Airfield, and previously she has worked as a marketing and sales assistant with IKEA. So the current position will be mentioned first, and the last position will be mentioned in the last of the resume, as its name states, reverse chronological order. This type of resume are best suited for those जो एक ही इंडस्ट्री में कंसिस्टेंटली काम कर रहे हैं, कोई गैप नहीं है उनके करियर में, उनके लिए रिवर्स क्रोनोलॉजिकल रिज्यूमे यूज करते हैं. नाउ द सेकंड टाइप ऑफ रिज्यूमे फॉर्मेट इज फंक्शनल रिज्यूमे. अब ये रिज्यूमे फॉर्मेट किन लोगों के लिए यूज होता है? द पर्पस इज टू गिव एन आइडिया अबाउट हाउ यू ब्रॉट वैल्यू टू द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन you worked with. The best part in this resume is that you are not likely to mention timeline as to how much time you worked with a specific organization. Okay. However, this is not preferred by the employer much because there is no definite timeline. But a functional resume may work best for those who had gaps in their career due to various reasons. You can entirely highlight your skills. What can you do in your capacity when you want to land in the next job after a gap? See here. This gentleman has mentioned his area of strength. He has worked in customer service, security, operation and administration, but he has not mentioned any timeline, like which time, at which duration he has worked in those companies. But he has mentioned that he has worked as a customer service, security, operation and administration. अब जनरली सपोज एक प्रोफेशनल है, वो एचआर की तरह वर्क कर रही हैं 2 साल के लिए, वो आफ्टर मैरिज ब्रेक लेती हैं. आफ्टर 2 years ऑफ देयर मैरिज, ऑफ हर मैरिज, शी वांट टू कंटिन्यू इन एचआर डोमेन. तो इस टाइप के लोगों के लिए जिनके करियर में गैप रहता है, वो उन लोगों के लिए ये फंक्शनल रिज्यूमे आर बेस्ट सूटेड. नाउ दिस थर्ड टाइप इज कॉम्बिनेशन, और वी कैन से हाइब्रिड रिज्यूमे. Now what hybrid resume is, as its name is, it's a combination of functional as well as chronological. This resume present your work history, your job role in a chronological order along with your core competency and skills that you mention in functional resume. It is preferred mostly by all and work best for both type of candidate who had a steady work history and those who have had gaps in their career. The most important to note here is to use the space smartly so you can present everything in a digestible manner. You can see in the example also, this gentleman has presented his work experience over here, his technical skills, his soft skills, his volunteer experience, interest, all these things are presented very well. And this type of resume is in demand. Fourth type is the targeted resume. Targeted resume is the customized one where you present the specific information relevant to the job you have applied for. It's help you land that job basically, and here you have the margin to be creative. If you are applying for a job of a book editor, you can emphasize more on your master degree in the English language, your internship regarding the same, your skill as a proofreader, about the writing contest you won during college time. This has an impact on the mind of the employer and they would give your preference over others. This type of resume is in high demand and recruiters too prefer it. That is why I would recommend you to study the job position and job before you apply. It will better help you understand the requirement purpose of a job so you can put your best foot forward by highlighting the specific skill. See, target resume. We all have solved in our childhood the unseen passages. तो दो अप्रोच होती थी अनसीन पैसेजेस को सॉल्व करने की. फर्स्ट पूरा पैसेज पढ़ो और फिर क्वेश्चंस को आंसर करो. यहाँ पर पहले क्वेश्चन पढ़ा जाएगा फिर हम पैसेज को पढ़ेंगे. इस अप्रोच से क्या होता है हमको एक एज मिल जाता है सॉल्यूशन फाइंड आउट करने का. हम इजीली क्वेश्चन पता होंगे तो हम पैसेज पढ़ेंगे तो उसमें से ही आंसर फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं. सिमिलरली जब हम जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन पढ़ते हैं, किसी भी जॉब को अप्लाई करने के लिए जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन रहता है और उसके अकॉर्डिंगली जब हम रिज्यूम राइट करते हैं तो हम उस स्किल्स को मैच कर सकते हैं कि जो रिक्वायर्ड स्किल्स है और जो हमारे स्किल में उनमें डिफरेंस कितना है, या हमारी स्किल्स मैच करती भी है कि नहीं जिस जॉब के लिए हम अप्लाई कर रहे हैं. सो टारगेट एज रिज्यूमे इज डाइजेस्टेबल फॉर द रिक्रूटर्स टू रिक्रूटर्स कि उसको वो एक तो सेंटर बॉडी में पूरा रिज्यूम की सेंटर बॉडी होती है उसमें पूरा मेंशन करते हैं हम कि हमारी स्किल्स क्या है, और जो रिक्रूटर होते हैं उनको भी आसानी होती है पता करने में कि टारगेटेड रिज्यूमे में सेंटर बॉडी में सारे स्किल्स और एक्सपीरियंस होने के कारण रिक्रूटर को अंडरस्टैंडिंग में हेल्प मिलती है और आपके चांसेस इंटरव्यू कॉल के लिए बढ़ जाते हैं. नाउ हाउ टू राइट क्रिएटिव रिज्यूमे. This is the most important part, how we can write a creative resume. Now, before we begin with ways to build creative resume, I would first like to tell you the key points that a recruiter would look at. Knowledge of procedure and equipments, benefit you brought on the table till the time you were in service, how you contributed to the previous organization to increase productivity, how you saved employers' time, to know about your job role and how it could have been challenging. How have you phrased your experience and skill, which gives an idea about how organized your thought process is. And the most important aspect is the keyword where the hiring manager spend the maximum time to look for. And nowadays, your resume has to be ATS friendly. Now, ATS here doesn't mean anti-terrorist squad. It means applicant tracking software that big companies implement. You have to make sure that your resume does not get rejected by ATS. If it is rejected by ATS, it will never reach the recruiter. So, to highlight the importance aspect of your work profile, you need to include the following points. Keywords. Now, action keyword will help recruiters shortlist your resume quickly. If you like keywords related to your industry, it will like the search results. So here are some popular keywords that you can include. First, for account, suppose if you are applying for the accounting position, so you should include accounting receivable, account payable, benefit administration, collection. If you are applying in the administrative post, So you should include customer development, database administrator, front-end operation in your resume. See, if somebody has done the digital marketing or search engine optimization, so he or she know the importance of keyword. See, in human resource, affirmative action, employee orientation, employee training, in office management, business development, contract negotiation department, operating budget. So these are some keywords which you should use in your resume. In same in IT, in purchasing and procurement also. Now incorporate data. Harness data as a proof, because hiring manager loves seeing numbers as they validate your work and your responsibility in the previous company. For instance, how much revenue you generated as a sales manager, how many clients you acquired, how much money did you save, how many people you assisted, or how many teams you led. Use color scheme effectively. Now, this is also important. Color speaks to viewers and so does to recruiters. Integrate colors to make your resume more engaging and eye-catching. But try not to make your resume a painting sheet, keep it less. Unless you are applying for highly creative jobs. Does not go overboard with colors and just give little touch here and there, like on the heading, name, etc. Now, integrate design. Recruiter spends a handful of seconds browsing your resume, so make sure to include the relevant design. Careful creation is the way to personal branding. That does not mean it has to be full of elements, but make sure you prioritize your layouts and template with plenty of white spaces, columns, sections. Include the most important information in the center so that the recruiter can easily scan your resume. Okay. Keep it simple and readable. When you write your resume, make sure that the language is simple, does not go overboard with the technical languages. As recruiters spend a handful of seconds, you should prioritize readability over any other element on your submission. Resume should not include several quirky fonts. Instead, the section need to be lined up neatly and easy to read, with the judicious use of column, bold fonts, bullet points, and white spaces. So that how it will help you? The recruiters can have a quick scan of your expertise. First thing, the word resume as a heading. Instead, use your name as the heading and save the resume file with your name. For example, Jacob Johnson resume. Never date your resume. That many people make the mistake of dating it in the end. Don't include any personal data beyond your contact information because it is considered irrelevant. Leave out your age, date of birth, race, sexual orientation, religion, political affirmation, name, ages of your spouse and children. Don't include unrelated work experience. Leave out any position that are unrelated to the job for which you are applying, unless this will leave gaps on your resume. Unrelated hobbies should not be included, such as sports, unless you are applying in a sporting goods company. A statement about your health, long descriptions, exaggeration or mistake. Now, coming to creating your resume, you don't need to put in extra effort. You can also take help of certain websites to create an attractive resume. Some of the websites include kickresume.com, resume.com, cvmaker.com, kickresume, and canva.com. Canva is quite useful. Now come how video resume works. This is the most awaited part of video resume, as ma'am told me that so many students are applying for the foreign international university also. So video resume, some university want video resume, and nowadays video resume is quite trending. So in my opinion, a video resume is a recorded promotion of yourself that's very effective. Why? because you put your face on your resume, which is missing in conventional resumes. It is best suited for people who are in online media, social or creative profession. जनरली वीडियो रिज्यूमे की बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट पूछते हैं कि सर वीडियो रिज्यूमे की लेंथ कितनी होना चाहिए, तो प्रेफरेबली 1 मिनट इज suitable time in which you can tell recruiter about yourself, your achievement, accomplishments, your experiences during a project, during an internship. Okay, so I will tell you the structure of 1 minute. The important thing to note here is that it should be the length of the, most of the student ask what will be the length of the video resume. So length of video resume will be 1 minute. In that 1 minute, in first 15 seconds you have to introduce yourself. In the next 15 seconds you have to tell about what currently you are doing. If suppose you are doing some job or you are doing some study, so tell about your study. Second, tell them about your strength, weakness, your passion, and then strengths and weaknesses can be you can tell through your past experiences. And the last 15 seconds is very crucial. If you are applying for a job, then in that 15 seconds you have to tell them that 15 seconds will be straightforward, in which you have to tell them why they will hire you, or why university will give you the admit. So in that 15 seconds you have to tell them what exactly special skills you have. So you can better explain in a video resume what extra you can do for the organization. What extra you can do with the video resume? Express yourself confidently. That can never be incorporated in a paper resume. Show your communicative skill. Show your attitude towards the job. Demonstrate your creativity and explain the challenges and how you overcame, which is going to be a game changer, making you stand apart from other candidates. Thus, we can say that it is the passport to stand out in the job search. Some of the best practices to follow: make sure it is appropriate. Don't just create a video resume because you can create one because it is relevant to the job you want to. If you are applying for a role in the online media, social or creative profession, then it's more likely a decent video resume will have the desired effect, getting you invited for an interview. If you are opting for a video resume, be creative, whether that's with the concept of your pitch, use of humor, clever production values, or a brilliant editing. However, stay professional, dress professionally, and maintain the professional attitude. And the utmost important thing is make sure the sound is clear while recording a video resume. Make sure that the sound quality is good and you are audible, and also pay attention to the background. Don't mix your personal and professional life. You can also use visuals to illustrate if you are applying for a job where presentation is a significant part of a role. Here are some websites that you can use to create your video resume. So, Render Forest is there, Animaker is there, Autogram is there, Filmora is there, Rocketium is there. So finally, I hope you found this workshop useful. I have mentioned my email ID also. So if you have any query, you can email me, you can drop an email to me, and finally I have mentioned my contact number also. So best wishes to all of you and best of luck for your future endeavors. Thank you so much. Hello.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Naman sir, you can inform the students that we'll be sharing this PDF with them.
Yes, ma'am. As students, as mentioned earlier, you will be getting a PDF of the same PPT, and this you can use for your further references. You will get it shortly on your emails. Thank you.